So, these are appropriate first date questions where you kind of just want to not waste anyone's time or make up if it doesn't work. Number 1. What is your relationship with your ego like? Do you have a leash on that beast, or do you let it fly? Should a guy walk by and try to slide on me, and maybe he's got a nice whip and more money, and maybe he loves God and he's hot and he's funny, what is your first approach? They say out of the posture of your heart the mouth speaks, so question 2, what'd that mouth do? 3, I only asked question 1 because I got scarred by someone who had never been with a baddie. Big ego handled it badly. 4, I know 3 wasn't a question, I just had to say. But question 4, do you pray? And if you do, to who? And if God, about what? Do you pray more for a change in the world around you or a change in the world within? Are you a student of your own growth, or do you feel like the finished thing? Or do you feel like both, depending on the mood you're in, because then you're just as humble and delusional as me? And maybe that could work. But do you dance? And if you do you sweat? And if you do you care? Because I'm actually kind of into that. No, in like a weird way, not sweat specifically. Just like letting music take the reins of your limbs, but no stress if not so. Question 5, maybe question 7. Do you believe in heaven? How do you navigate grief? And I'm not asking that to test you. I'm asking for me because how crazy is life that it can just slip through the satin sheets of breath, and just like that, everything you've ever known of someone becomes a memory, just like that. Do you cry? Again, not a test, just like, how do you walk the rough bits of your life out of your body? As I get older, I get why the French riot and the women wail, and mothers burying their sons scream so they don't suffocate from the holes in their dreams they once had of seeing their sons as dads. There is no lesson a mum can teach a corpse. Not how to live, not even how to die. Not even one final piece of advice like, if you feel the Grim Reaper in your shadows, neatly tuck your skin away. Don't let the sun pin your melanin down into chalk shapes on the pavement, painted by the parts of your mother's blood that were meant to last beyond her. How fair is it that a mother has to feel her son depart from flesh twice? How birth and death seldom consider the skeleton of skin left dripping over her belt, slipping out into the streets. No mum deserves to give birth to the eulogy of her seed. They should say it on the tin. How it's a privilege to mother the breathing, how 2 people die when you mother a memory, how 2 lungs keep a village alive, and how 2 less set Paris alight. I was there during the riots. Men sweat on basketball courts and mothers drowned in tear smoke. My parents, a lot of African and Asian parents, they have this chilling comfortability with death. They're like, get ready. Like live well, like learn God, like eat clean, like everything is soaked in urgency, like call your brothers, like forgive your parents, like chase your passion, like marry soon, like make children, like then you'll see, like then your seeds will teach you times hurry, like she hugs me every time I go through the door to leave, like it may be our last memory, like never drop the phone without I love you, like into God's hands mum puts our spirit. My mum always kisses us with the brightest red lipstick on. We all leave the house with our hearts in us and her lips on us. And that red stain is like, Spirit, pass my door. Spirit, leave my firstborn. Spirit, their sins are mine. Spirit, give me their cup. Spirit, protect my cubs. Spirit divine, protect us all from the claws of grief. Question, I don't know, let's say question 9. What keeps you alive? What do you hope for from your one precious life? To become the apple of the world's eye, or become your reflection's favourite sight? Are you projecting the things that you still fight? Or have you taken the time to align with what is right and what's righteous? No judgment is a process. But I'm just a better soulmate than I am a trophy. And when I'm both, you will feel golden when you hold me. I could be your prize and I could be your homie, but first I'm a poet, so tell me, what do you love of love? That maybe a rose was just a thing until it became a gift. And now you flip the world on its head and shake it till all the gardens slip into bouquets for someone who made just a thing, everything. Like your perfume was just for you. until you felt her smile widen across your neck one day as she inhaled everything that was normal and made it spectacular and important? Do you love that it shrinks even the sun into too small a metaphor for how your life lights up when you're with them, or how things go from absolutely not, I'm not doing it, to I'm on anything if it's with them? Do you love how when you begin talking to someone, suddenly life doubles? Your joy is also theirs, and all of your darkest days are shared. And all the things you normalise about yourself are suddenly cared for and celebrated. I always hated how my nose takes new shape when I smile. Until I met a boy who would travel miles just to find my laugh again. And suddenly I smiled more. Truth is, I haven't dated in a while. A long while I've been waiting. Till I'm happy with how I feel about myself enough to not need a man's love to build me up. But then maybe that is the power and point of love. And maybe that's what I'm scared of. Are you scared of love? Scared that one day the door to your confidence may only open to the keys in my eyes? Scared that your joy may begin to depend on however I'm feeling inside? Scared that one day the door to your bedroom will also be the door to mine? But then maybe in through that door every morning runs the kids, laughing the sound of whatever home we have created in them. Their tiny feet wearing our tiny toes. Where you end and I begin on, those kids will never know. Last question, first date, but do you think this could be where you and I end? Or where we begin? No pressure though. Just let me know.